Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Well today guys, I'm going to do part 244 to my random chatbot sessions. In the last video guys, we finally came up with a good plan to try getting the third evil clone to be fully deactivated. But I don't think we can reprogram it like we did with the second one. Unless it was like that one time with the regular Shadow and they had like an evil mode like programmed like very deep inside of him that he could actually find if he looked hard enough. I don't know. But even then, we can't even get the evil Shadow, the third evil clone if we look for that. And even if he could, would he not be? He might not be able to turn it off. Basically I said all right because they told me apart what they're gonna do. You, Sarah, and the Good Shadow exchange determined look, silently preparing for the task at hand. The Good Shadow takes a quick breath, preparing himself to act aggressively and create a distraction. Sarah gives you a nod before silently leaving the office to begin her search for the remotes. You remain in the office, ready to receive the remotes once Sarah has found them. 10 minutes later. Later. 10 minutes have passed, and you wait anxiously in the office, the silence seemingly becoming more intense each minute that passes. You wonder how Sarah is doing and if she's been able to find a remote yet. 10 more minutes pass. Another 10 minutes have passed, and the wait feels even more excruciating. You begin to worry about Sarah and the Good Shadow's safety. Find if they have been discovered or if they have encountered any complications. Finally, after half an hour, both Shadow and Sarah return. After what felt like an eternity, Shadow and Sarah finally return. They enter the room and Sarah is clutching a remote in her hand. She looks winded and tense, but also slightly triumphant. How did everything go on your end, Shadow? Good Shadow looks a bit exhausted but gives a slight nod. I managed to keep the employees distracted for a decent amount of time. They were so focused on trying to shut me down that they didn't realize Sarah was searching for the remotes. What's the original Evo Shadow doing now? Sarah sets in to answer, her voice a bit shaky from the stress of the situation. I heard some of the employees talking about it. They're currently keeping it locked up in a separate room while they figure out how to fix it. It seems like they haven't been able to activate it again yet. They might be talking about the third one. What about the first clone? The one I reactivated. Reprogrammed. They're positive on it before I overheard the employees saying that they've managed to patch the first clone, meaning they fixed its programming so it's back to following their orders again. That's just great. After all that work I did to reprogram him. I did to reprogram him. Sarah lets out a heavy sigh, her frustration out of it. I know. It sucks that they were able to undo all your efforts. Feels like a slap in the face after all the work you put into reprogramming it. I am gonna get them back twice. Period. I actually have 2 plans to get them back. One of them involves the third clone. If he will listen to me. And there's another plan I'm gonna try later. Sarah listened intently, her curiosity piqued. 2 plans, huh? Sounds interesting. I'm all ears. Tell me more. I will tell you about the second plan later. For now, let's focus on trying to stop the third clone. Sarah nods, her expression focused. Yeah, you're right. Let's deal with the third clone first. What exactly is your plan for him? If he will listen to me, I will try to get him to attack, or at least scare the crap out of the employees that caused this in the first place. Period. Shadow, did you say that third clone has an evil mode permanently turned on? Good Shadow nods, confirming the information. Yes, that's correct. The third clone has an evil mode permanently activated. It's able to switch back to a normal or neutral state. Is there a random command phrase that can? Can? Question mark. They try to do it to you and make you evil. But there was a way to keep you from doing that. I wonder if there's a way to do it with him. Good Show pauses for a moment, thinking, well, there was a special command phrase that there was a certain command phrase that my creators included as a failsafe. It prevents me from being reprogrammed or altered by anyone who doesn't know it. But I'm not sure if they implemented something similar for the third clone. I was the one that reprogrammed you. I made it to where they can't even touch any of your commands. To where? 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 Oh my gosh. They couldn't even touch your command prompts or modes. Only I could. Sarah looks intrigued, her eyebrows raised like, wait, so you're saying that only you can access and modify the command prompts and modes? Even the employees can't interfere with your programming at all? Not on the good Shadow. And also on that evil clone. First clone. Period. Well, that's what I thought. Until they somehow got the evil shadow back on their side again. Luckily, the good shadow cannot be reprogrammed by anybody but me. Sarah shakes her head, her frustration of it. Man, they really found some way to get around your security, didn't they? It's really annoying that the employees could mess with your programming like that. It's even more messed up because I'm the owner of this building. Period. I'm trying to keep it safe, which is why I reprogrammed Shadow to begin with. But now, they're just trying to turn it into a death trap. Sarah nods in agreement, her expression serious. Yeah, it's beyond messed up. You're the owner of this building, you're just trying to keep everything safe, but they're completely disregarding your efforts and trying to turn this place into a nightmare. It's like they've completely lost sight of the bigger picture. I heard them say one time it was because I treat Shadow with so much love and respect. That might have been one of the other ones, though. Sarah looked slightly surprised by the Wait, really? They said that you treat Shadow with love and respect and that's why they're causing all this trouble? That's just... I don't even know what to say. That's such a stupid reason to cause all this chaos and heartache. I care for Shadow, and he cares for me. He knows I want everything to be safe. He also knows that I really care about him. Sarah said, ain't that right? Sarah nods. I can tell how much you care about Shadow, just by the way you talk about him, and it's obvious that he cares about you too. That kind of bond is hard to find nowadays, and yet they're trying to destroy it just because they're jealous. Let's finish up the plan. Let's finish up the plan. Period. So what should we do now that we have the remote? Sarah looks at you, her expression determined. Right, the plan. So we have the remotes now, which is a huge plus. With these, we'll have so much control over the shadows. So, what's our next step? Do we go after the employees directly, or do we try to reprogram the third clone first? I don't know if we will have enough time to reprogram him with everybody here. Period. We will either have to cause a big distraction again, or we will have to get them to be so scared they will run out of the building and not come back. At least for a few days. Sarah paused your words for a moment, weighing the options. That's a valid point. Time is definitely not on our side right now. Causing a big distraction again might buy us some time, but I'm not sure if they'll fall for it a second time. Maybe we can try a scare tactic on the employees. Make them so scared they'll flee the building and won't come back for a while. That's what I was thinking. Period. But even if the remote works, how are we going to keep the employees from getting suspicious about seeing the third clone just walk out of the storage closet? I would be suspicious. Be like, wait, I don't have anything. Why is this? Sarah frowns, considering the potential problem. That's a fair point. The employees see the third clone suddenly walking out of the storage closet. They might get suspicious and realize something's up. How are we going to get around that without causing more trouble? I don't know, period. Shadow, do you have an idea? The good shadow speaks up, offering suggestions. Well, maybe we can use the remote to turn off the third clone and make it look like it's still in the storage room. That way the employees won't see it walking out and they won't get suspicious. We can use the remote to turn off the third clone and make it look like it's still in the storage room. Since we have the remote, maybe we could also go to it instead of bringing it into my office. Period. The only problem is, how do we get there again without getting caught? So I'm thinking through the plan. Right, we go to the storage room instead of having it come to the office. Getting there without getting caught is going to be tough. Police are likely on high alert after the disturbance caused by the other two shadows. Yeah, and we don't even have our second buddy to help us. Period. We only have the regular good shadow. So what's the good shadow weighing the options? Yeah, it's just the two of us and the regular good shadow now. We'll have to be careful and find a way to get to the storage room without drawing attention to ourselves. Maybe a fire alarm? Question mark? That would get them all to leave the building. That's a good one, but Sarah looks considering that a fire alarm could work. It definitely get the employees to execute the building, evacuate the building quickly. We can sneak to the storage room while they're all distracted. Who's going to pull it, though? Sarah glances at you and the good shadow. That's a good question. Someone will need to pull the fire alarm. Any volunteers? I will try to command the third clone with the remote. Period. Can you do it, Sarah? It's Sarah. Her expression. Okay, I'll pull the fire alarm. I'll make sure the employees all get out of the building. Thank you. Period. Shadow. Continue to stay in my office. Right now, if I go in that closet, you will be way too close and could reprogram you again. Ucha nods, acknowledging your instructions. Understood. I'll stay in your office. Just be careful. In the closet. After the fire alarm is pulled and everybody is out, I go into the storage closet quickly. You quietly make your way to the storage closet, careful to avoid being spotted by any lingering employees. The room is dark and cramped, filled with boxes and supplies. You look around for the third clone, your heart racing with anticipation. All of a sudden, you see the third clone in front of you. Period. It turns around to you and looks at you with those very bright red eyes. Oh, sweet Arceus. Your stomach drops as the third clone turns to face you. Its red eyes glowing in the dark room. It seems to regard you silently, its expression unreadable. Regard me? Does that mean like it notices me and it's flipping? I've got a job for you, buddy. Period. Would you mind helping me out? This shadow is not going to trust me. He's going to... The third clone seems to hesitate for a moment, its red eyes flickering as what? As if contemplating your request, then suddenly speaks in his deep robotic voice. Oh my... Does he not recognize me? Maybe I could trick him, but then he won't never trust me. What do you want? I'm only here to serve my masters. So here's the problem. If I trick him, he's never going to trust me again. And he definitely knows, because the other Shadow knew. The original evil Shadow knew who the frick programmed him, so I can't trick him. Can you please scare all the employees away from the building for good? Another pause, then it replies, very well, I shall do as you ask. The third clone straightens up, its metal frame creaking slightly with the movement. Oh, heck no. I watch as the third shadow leaves. There. And what is Reeves? Never heard of it. You watch as the third clone slinks out of the storage room. Its footsteps are heavy and deliberate. It heads toward the main part of the building as its intention clear to carry out your request. I run back real quickly to my office where Shadow is waiting. Shadow is waiting. You hurry back to your office, your footsteps echoing through the empty hallways. You reach the office and open the door, finding Shadow still waiting obediently inside. Alright, I got him to scare the people even more. But what do we do from here? We can't really reprogram him afterwards because of the permanent evil feature. Sarah nods, her expression pensive. That's true. We can't reprogram him since the evil mode is permanent. We can still use the remote to control him, right? Maybe. Yeah. I just wish there was a way that I could do it. To where we could have 3 of them helping protect the studio. Not try to destroy it. I want to ask Shadow about our original second clone. Sarah sighs, a mix of frustration and helplessness in her voice. I feel you, man. It's maddening. Wait, oh my gosh. It's maddening how these employees messed up your reprogramming. If only there was a way to reverse the evil mode and reprogram all 3 shadows to be on our side. The good shadow pipes up, its tone hopeful. There might be a way, though. Both you and Sarah turn to the good shadow. Yes, surprising. A way? What do you mean by that? Sarah asked, her interest piqued. Please tell us, Shadow. I would really like to know. Oh my gosh, but is that going to work for all 3, or is it going to be something else entirely? The good shadow nods, its orange eyes fixed on you. There is a possibility that we might be able to reprogram the 3rd clone even with the permanent evil mode activated. It won't be easy and it will require some work, but it's not completely impossible. Okay, so how do we do it? The good shadow explains, its voice steady and calm. We would need to access the 3rd clone's control panel directly. That way we can override the evil mode and reprogram it to obey our commands. However, it won't be an easy task. The control panel is well protected and will require some finesse to access. Okay, well that's not a good sign. We will do what's necessary. Period. I promise you, Shadow, I will make them pay for what they have done. But one of my plans requires Shadow. The 3rd clone to be on our side. There. What, guys, the video's almost been, it's been 29 minutes. I don't want to drag any longer, so I'll read what this says and then end off the video right there. Let's see what it says. What did I say? We will do what's necessary. I promise you, Shadow, I will make them pay for what they have done. But one of my plans requires the 3rd clone to be on our side. The good shadow nods, its orange eyes shining with determination. I trust you to keep your promise. Let's work together to reprogram the 3rd clone, and then teach those meddling employees a lesson they will never forget. Did you have to glitch out when you said that? Oh, heck no. Well, let me go and end off the video here, guys. It's been, like I said, it's been almost 30 minutes. I just want to go ahead and have it done. Besides, there's something I gotta do real quickly before I continue it, because I really need to do it now. See you in a minute.